here's another update on my one tomato plant aquaponic system. This is one tomato plant, absolutely amazing. I sort of had to put these here so all the tomatoes went over that because they were just all on the ground, and the amount of fruit that's underneath is just incredible. I had no idea how many red tomatoes were underneath here until I put them up. There were swarms, and I just got them all, and just amazing. All right, so one of the things that I do to keep my water and everything wonderful is I back flush my water. So the tilapia tank, the middle tank, the two heavy sediment tanks, the sump tank, water that I put in there either from the tap or rainwater, tap water that I let evaporate and get more biologically better, the overflow for that. Once again, I have two pumps. I pump them into here. Everything is gravity fed. Water flows to the grow bed, to the grow beds, through, drops into this. The heavy sediment stays down here. The cleaner water goes up, comes over here, steps down. When I actually do this back flush, I open up this valve here that goes into this heavy sediment tank. So now what I do is I have another pump that I put in here, and this one is strictly to pump a lot of water up through this hose into here to basically stir up this water. The reason why I'm stirring it up, because it doesn't make any difference what you do. There's going to be heavy sediments in it because, well, there's fish living. And you can see fish over there. They're eating the stuff off the side of the tank. So they enjoy eating that. It's oxygenating everything. And I just stir that up, and look how clear the water is. I mean, still, the water is pretty darn crystal clear. It's hard to see if you can see, but the water's crystal clear. A lot of heavy sediments down there. That's another reason why I have this tank. The more places that you have to let your heavy sediments sit, rather than being in your tilapia tank or in your grow beds, is much better. All the nutrients are still going through. I mean, look at this thing. Like I said, this is one tomato plant. It's just insane what it can do. And of course, over here are my ground-based tomato plants. Ground-based. That's a watermelon, and I got some peppers over there. I haven't set up these things this year, but next year I will. All these bricks that I got, all these cement blocks that I have, I am going to make a tank, let's say about this high, all the way from here all the way to the brick. So, and then I will line it with wood, some of that styrofoam R20, I think it is, that you give the silver side to actually keep the heat in the tank during the wintertime. And then I'm going to line it with that really thick pool liner. So this is how high my tilapia tank is going to be. And then I'm going to put all of my grow beds out here in the sunshine. I have this totally opposite. I only realized this year is that I got all my fish out in the sun, and that's really not a good thing. My tomatoes are out in the sun. However, they really didn't grow very well over here in the shade. Well, duh. So all my tilapia next year will be over here in the shade. And then all my grow beds and everything will cover the rest of the way over here. And I'll probably not do any more ground-based unless it's tomatoes or something. I mean potatoes, and things that you have to have dirt for. And get rid of the tanks. Actually, I think this big tank that I'm going to have here will be setting up on top of this way in the corner, because that's my downspout right there when it rains. So I have the big tank sitting there, the tilapia down here, and what I'm going to do is I'll be able to pump water into here into the tank, and that big tank will be a heavy sediment container and extra water storage. Now, here's another thing. You don't need all these grow media things and stuff like that. Inside of here, to make them happy, I have a ton of these, which these make really nice little caves for them. So this is actually full of those. So a lot of the bacteria hold on to a lot of the brick. And down in this tank, there's brick. I don't know if you can see it. These things right here, the cement blocks. And also on the same note, over here, there are bricks and other cement things down there. So I have a lot of bio area, and of course the grow beds, a lot of bio area for bacteria. So this thing has been running non-stop for a year. Before I went to Mexico last year, haven't done anything except throw food in, and then every couple of months or so, all I'm doing is doing this backwash, which really just, you know, makes this thing flow. I'm flooding my grow beds to get the, you know, the extra nutrients and stuff like that back out into the water, and it seems to work great. I don't do anything to this. I don't back flush, I don't change out media, I don't do anything. I come here and give them food, which I have in this container, which makes it really easy for me to just throw some in during the day when it's feeding time. So lots and lots of tomatoes, one tomato plant, lots of tomatoes. I'm going to change out the whole aquaponics system thing this year. At the end of this season, this whole aquaponics system is going to be broken down, and I'm going to make a Chinese garden. So I will have these blocks, however, they'll be covered with really nice something to make it look better than just block and brick. So this will be a big ass tank. Going to have lots of grow beds. Going to get these, just make it really look nice back here, because right now it works, but not as efficient as I want to. Anyway, stay tuned. Got a lot of more really interesting plans on this, and my final project will be an entire aquaponics system that needs nothing, including it doesn't need any fish food, and it still will feed all the fish. Weird? Crazy? Possible? Yes, very possible. And I'll show you next time. Have a great day.